All right, so in this video, we're gonna use our sine feature to express the area of a triangle, okay? So remember, we do need to remember what the area of a triangle is. Just the basic area equals 1/2 times base times height. This is gonna help us build through this kind of little exploration of this idea, okay? So they're gonna break it down for you. Some of the parts I think are easy to kind of follow, and some just kind of jump ahead. So that's why I have these little pieces out to kind of help us go through. So we're going to let H be the height of triangle PQR and find the length of the corresponding base. So if H is the height, remember the base is perpendicular to the height. Oop, that got scooted over a little bit there. So what that means is I want to find the length that's perpendicular to it, and I can see the little right angle, and I want to grab that number. So it's 19. So my height is now 19. It's this side. Okay, sorry, not my height, my base. The measure of the angle P is 45.93 degrees. So they're giving us this angle P here. And we're going to look at this for sine. So fill in the blank to complete the sine ratio. So remember that silly thing I had to remember before was SOHCAHTOA. So that helps us remember our trigonomic functions, our three basic ones. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, O over H, right? So if I'm looking at angle P, I need to go through really quick and label so that I know. So if I look at the opposite, I'm not going to go all the way opposite the triangle. Remember, I need a 90-degree angle to use my trigonomic functions. So I'm going to go to this height line. That's my opposite. And then because I want hypotenuse, I'm looking at the 90 and I'm going across from that. That's my hypotenuse. So this little piece here would be our adjacent, but we're not even going to use that, so it's not terribly important right now. So I have H, which they already told me, over 7. So I filled that one in. So now I think step 3 is the one that kind of makes the bigger jump. It says fill in the blanks in the expression for the area of triangle PQR. Remember, area is 1/2 base times height. Well, if we just found out the base was 19 centimeters, then 19 is going to go in here, right? But what they kind of do here is they jump ahead a little bit. They take this piece here and they solve for H, and then they substitute it in here. Instead of height, they substitute it in. So we want to multiply by 7 on both sides here, so the 7s will cancel, and then that's where they get this little expression here. So we're going to have our pieces. We're going to have base times height, and the height is 7 times the sine of the angle. Okay, so it's I think a bigger jump from part 2 to part 3 for sure. All right, so part 4, what part 4 has us do is now it has us look at a triangle that looks just like this one, but with different labels. And it wants us to write an area of ABC in terms of BC and angle A. So what I want to do really quick is compare the two triangles, the original triangle to the new triangle. Okay, so on the original triangle, the 19, well, that looks like it's side C on this one, right? So we're going to have side C, and then on the 7 centimeters, that was down here, so that looks like that's side B. And then angle P down here, well, that looks like it's angle A now on this one. So the reason I'm having us compare is because now we can plug these in. We use 19 and 7, and the angle, right? I know it's not highlighted in pink on this one because it was already filled in for us. But now I can simply plug these in. Instead of 19, I'm going to have C. Instead of 7, I'm going to have B. And instead of the angle measure, I'm going to have angle A. So this is the idea. They wanted us to kind of go through, explore it a little bit, and then look at it. Okay, how can we just use this as a formula? So this was an exploration of writing the area of a triangle with sine of an angle. So I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.